Yeah, good morning, guys. Thanks for joining. So let's get started. And I request you guys to please be on time from tomorrow. Okay, maybe like 7:15 is the class. So you can get a delay of 2 or 3 minutes, but not more than that. Okay, so let's get started. So do we have Akash in the class?
Yes.
Yeah. So you remember you have asked me, I think in the toString method at the end, semicolon is coming. Are you the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yesterday I could find some time. Sorry for the delay. So only thing is we can use a toString method. Sorry, substring method, and then we can remove it. I'll show you how did I do. So in the toString method, so we are getting here. Okay, after completion of this for loop, so the toString implementation is it doesn't matter whatever the order. You have to iterate over the internal array, internal collection, which is nothing but array, and then display the data, right? So after this for loop, can I say my iteration is completed?
Yes.
So then after completion of this, the string may contain end comma followed by space, or it may not contain, correct?
Yes, sir.
So now what I'm doing is if S1 ends with, see here, what am I putting? I'm putting a comma followed by one space, correct? Not only one comma, it's a comma followed by one space. Now what I am checking, if S1 ends with comma followed by some space, then I am just replacing this. I'm like substring. I'm calling the substring method. What does the substring method will do? It will create a new string with the length specified, correct? So if you from 0th, see here, for example, my string is S1 is something like like this, it will come 10 comma 10 comma space 20 comma space 30 comma space, like this. If this is my string, after performing the logic, if this is my string, end bracket is not yet added here. Okay. Now, can I say after completion of this for loop, the result may look like this?
Yes, sir.
So now here, what is the length of the string? See, what should I do? Can I say I have to remove this space? I have to remove this comma, and then I have to put a close bracket, right? So in order to remove this, so now I am using a substring. What is the substring method will do? Whatever the indexes, whatever the starting position, ending position you will pass, it will it will create a substring, and then it will assign the reference to the same variable, correct? Now, if you look at the string length here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Total 13, correct? Now, what I am doing, 0 to, so length is 13 means, what are the position? Can I say 0 to 12, correct? Now, so what I am doing is substring, I am passing, if you look at the substring method, what is returns a string that is substring of the string. That means whatever you pass the characters, beginning position and ending position, it will look that. See 0 and what is the end point I'm doing? S1 dot length minus 2. S1 dot length is nothing but 13. 13 minus 2, 11. Can I say it will, see 0 to 11 means what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can I say this is a string that will be written? Correct?
Yes.
That means with this string, it will create a new object. But what am I doing? Am I creating a new object? No, I'm assigning the reference, correct? So let's quickly debug this. Debug as Java application. I'm just clicking F8. Let's remove this. See now, if you look at here, S1, does it contain any ending semicolon? No. If there is no end semicolon, I don't need to bother, right? So look at here. S1 ends with this, no. Then I'm assigning, I'm just responding, done. Now if I add one more element, now let's look at here. Now let's print it. See here, after, see, I'm iterating over the loop. Now if you look at my, after iterating, what is my string buffer? String buffer is containing end semicolon and then one space. Look at here, correct? Yes or no, Akash?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the length of this one? If I copy this, if you want to still simply know the length, what you do, Notepad++. See, you can see how many positions are there? 29, correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
length. So now what I am doing is, see, S1, say substring. So that means what I should remove? The last position, this space I need to remove, and then this comma I need to remove. That means, can I say I have to remove 2 positions? So remaining positions I want. So that's the reason I'm doing 0 to length -1. Length -2, because I want to read it 2. See, if you, after doing this, what is my S1? Can I say semicolon is, end comma is removed? Yes.
Yes.
Now I need to append at the end. So this I don't need to use. I'm using a S1 concat because this S is a string buffer, but this S1 is a string, correct? This is we need to comment this. No, this is no longer needed. So S1 dot concat open end bracket. I'm return S1 dot concat end bracket. So S1 concat method will attend and then it will return. Look at here. Now if I do F8, see, do you get a end semi comma? No. Hope you understand.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry for the delay. I was busy in the threads demo class and my office work, so I could not get time.
No worries.
Yeah. Just a minute. Okay, let's look at quickly what is an we were looking about linked list, right? Yesterday code. Now let us understand what is a linked list and recap whatever the class that we have learned yesterday. So yesterday we started looking at a linked list. So the internal data structure of a linked list is what? Node object. It's not an array, guys.
Sorry, yes, node object.
Yeah. So the node object. So by default, Java creators have created an internal class called node. So, but is it mandatory that I should keep any node only? We can keep anything, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what does the node will contain?
Node contain data and the next object address.
Yeah. So data can be any object. So that's the reason the data type of a data is object. Or if I want my array list to allow only integer, can I say object can be replaced by primitive int or capital integer?
Yes, we can.
Now, sorry. So why am I putting the next is custom node same name? Here next is a variable. And why am I putting the next is of type custom node only?
Of the same object, we need to replace with that next element.
So the concept of a linked list follows that each node will contain the address of next node, because see, if it is an array will contain array will allocate the continuous memory. But in the linked list, each element is a object. What object? Node object. So first node should contain the address of second node. Second should contain the address of third node. That means you are providing a link by storing the address, right? Second node address you are storing in a first so that you can go second, right? So in the same way, if you want to provide a link, it is as simple as that. See, if you look at some of the buildings, like this gated communities, there will be so many buildings, right? Like standalone buildings, which contains 20 floors, 30 floors, etc. So if you want to go to from one block to another block, what do they do? Do you need to go to the ground and then go, or is there any connectivity between two buildings in the middle?
There will be connectivity between two.
There will be connectivity between two buildings. What does the connectivity means? Can I say that they are providing a link between these two? Correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it is as simple as that. So in the linked list, all the elements are called as a nodes. Now, one node address you need to store in another one. Each is a node object. What is the best way? If it is an employee object and I want to refer the employee object to something else. That something else should also be an employee. Then only I can refer, correct? So that's the reason we are putting this one also node. Now, whenever I want to, what should be the internal implementation of an add method or insert method? Whenever I want to insert an element into a custom linked list, what should I do first?
We will create first object of custom node.
First, yeah, whatever the insert method or add method will take some object or data. Okay. Now, whatever the object that they are passing it to the insert method or add method. With that, I need to create first custom node object, correct? And then you need to check the first node is called as head node. If the head is null, can I say it is the first element? And
Yes.
then whatever the element that you are there, you assign it to first. Now from the second element onwards, if the head is null,
No.
it is no longer
No.
null because you have assigned in the first position. So now in order to assign the address, head dot next equal to CL. But with this code, yesterday we have seen there is some issue, correct?
Yes.
Did anyone worked on it?
No, Karthik.
Okay. Fine, no issues. Okay, now let us understand. Now, what is the issue? At least tell me, can someone tell me what is the issue?
For the third, actually for second node to third node, we need to get a communication. That means we need to link there. So we want to know the second element, the next element. That means address of the second element to store in the third element.
But what is the issue with the current code?
Actually, in current code, we are not able to get the second node. That means
so can I say it is getting, second node is getting replaced with the third node, third will get replaced with the like that means at any point of time, if you look at, only two nodes will be present, right?
Yes.
You're removing the link and then replacing it, right?
Yes.
Now let us look at here. Now, so now what should I do? So here, now let me open the one node. See, with the current code, whenever I call linked list dot insert, whenever I call this first insert 10, first what happens? It will create a node object. 10, done. So by default, what is the next will contain? Null, correct? So do I need to put null or do I need to put some value whenever I'm creating a node? When this null will be replaced with something else?
When you are connecting with the first node.
That means, so whenever you are creating a node, do you know what is the next node?
No.
And see, whenever you're buying a house, at least, like you're buying an apartment, do you know who is your neighbors? No, right? So after they come, after they buy or after someone comes into your neighbor, then only you can make like, get to know each other, right? The same thing, whenever I'm creating a node, at the time, I do not know what may be the next node. It may be, there may be a node or not. I do not know. So first, whenever you are creating a node, the thing is, you will initialize with the data and then the next pointer will be null. Okay, now, and what should I do first? First element is called as a head. So is the head null in the scenario? Yes. Whenever it is null, so I'm pointing the first element as a head element. Done. Now, whenever I call the insert method second time, what will happen first? Can I say it will create first object? Yes. What is the node? 15. And what is the next?
Null.
Null. Now, what is my, now whenever I'm inserting a second node, I know that there is a second node. Now, can I say I have to provide link between first and second? That means second node address, I have to store it in the first node dot next, correct?
Yes.
Now, what is this? This is nothing but
10 dot node.
data. This is a data field and this is a next field, correct? Now, here, in order to link, in order to provide a link, what should I do? 10th node dot next equal to 15th node. Okay. But if I look at the code, so 10th node is nothing but which variable? Head variable. Head dot next equal to, what is the 15th node? Whenever you are in this method, can I say this 15th node is nothing but CL reference variable? Yes. Now, if I do like this, can I say this null will be replaced with this one, correct? Yeah. Now you have provided like this, done. Now, whenever you're going for third element, insert 20. First, what happens? You will create a node object. Yeah, you're creating a node object. Okay. And then next is null. So with the current code, see, generally, if you look at the diagram, immediately you will say, sir, 15.next, I need to put 20. But with the code that we have, what is the code that we have written? If you look at the code, if head is null, no, then it is going to head else part. In the else part, what I am checking, head dot next equal to CL. Head dot next is nothing but this one, and I'm putting CL. CL is nothing but this element now. So can I say this link is getting overridden by this one? And this is, see, overridden means this is gone. Now, can I say 15th node is removed and you have 10, 9, 20? But is it your intention? How does it should look like? 10 to 15, 15 to 20, it should look like. But with the current code, can I say 10 is directly pointing into 20? Is it right?
Yes.
I hope everyone understood the problem in the current code, right?
Yes.
Guys, whoever joined late, hope you understand.
Yes.
Yeah. So now let us fix it. Now, in order to fix it, what you need to know from the diagram, can someone tell me? See here, 10 to 15 is there. Now, what is the right position to insert 20? Where should I insert 20?
50 and second.
After 15. After 15, correct? Now, how do you know after 15? By looking at what you're identifying that I should put after 15 only.
By seeing the first node that we have.
See, first node dot next, correct? This element is nothing but a next element, correct? First node dot next, is it null?
No, it's not null.
If it is not null, that means already it is pointing into some node.
Yes.
Now, by taking this address, you go to the next node. Now, 15th node dot next, is it null?
Yes, it's null.
So that means what is the right position to insert a new node in the linked list? Wherever the node dot next is null, that is the right position, correct?
Yes.
See, this is null. So now this is the right position. Now, if I am inserting one more, if I want to insert one more, 30, what is the right position? Wherever the node dot next is null, that is the right position. That means you need to start with first dot next, 10 dot next, is it null?
No.
Then by taking this address, you go to the 15th. How do you go? We will see that later. Now 15 dot next, is it null?
No, it's not null.
Now 20. By taking this address, we'll go to 20. 20 dot next, is it null?
Yes, that's null.
So that means, can I say this will replace with this one? Correct? That means, can I say what I am doing? I am iterating till wherever the node dot next is null, and then I am providing a link. Correct?
Yes.
Now, can I say in the else block, this is not the right code. I have to iterate it. Correct? Now, what I am doing is now. So I have to check while. Can I say what is the first element head? Head dot next, is it null?
Yes.
First, see. So whenever I am inserting the third element, okay. Now let us remove this element. I am trying. See, my problem is when I have. See, this is my code. Whenever I am inserting third element, I am facing an issue. Correct? Now let us check. Now, with the earlier code, it is creating a link directly 10 to 20, but that is not I want. I want 10 to 15 should be there and 15 to 20 should be there link like this, correct? Yes?
Yes, got it.
Yeah. Now, if you look at the code, now what should I do? Where should I start? I will start with a header. Now, I will check head dot next. Is it null in this scenario?
No.
No. So that means, can I say head dot next is not null? Then what should I do? I have to go to the next one. I have to go to the 15th node, but 15th node address is present in the next variable, correct?
Yes.
Now, how can I see if I have an employee class public employee int emp id. Now, if I want to access this employee id variable, and now I have an object like this, employee equal to new employee. Now, how can I access this employee ID variable?
E dot.
E dot employee ID. So can I say employee belongs to a department also, correct?
Yes, maybe.
So now and that means, for example, if you look at the college, like engineering college, employee is nothing but your faculty. And the faculty belongs to CSC department or EC department, like that, correct? Now, so public class department. And now I have department ID, DEP ID, DEP name. That means whenever your new faculty is coming, he should be assigned to some department, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So now in order to do what should I do inside an employee? Can I say I have to create DPT department DEP, one reference variable, and I will assign through constructor, correct? Now, if I want to access this department object, how can I get it? How can I get the department object from this E? Can I say, if you want to know employee ID, E dot EMP ID, correct? Similarly, if you want to department object of for this specific employee, can I say E dot DEP will give you department object? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, here I know that head dot next is not null. So I will go. Now head dot next. So head dot next, what it will give you? What the next node is nothing but what type?
Custom node.
Yes,
custom node. That means it will give you the custom node object.
Custom node.
What is this custom node object? This is nothing but the address of this node, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, so that means by taking this, for example, if I am taking custom node n equal to head dot next, correct? Yes or no? Now, if I am doing head dot next means what? Head dot next is nothing but for currently first node is containing the here in the first node in this position, it has the address of second node. Yes. Now, by taking this address, you can go to this node. Now, how can I get this address? Object name followed by variable name. So what is the object name here? Head is the object name. Object name followed by next. So can I say it is giving you the address? Yes. Now this n is holding to which address? N is holding what variable now? What data? Can I say n is holding 15 and then next is null, correct?
Yes.
Now, but I should repeat the while loop, correct? In order to repeat the while loop, but what is the while loop condition is there? Head dot next. Now, instead of having the head, let me put like this. Custom node n equal to head first. Now, n dot next. Now, let's see, I will tell you why am I writing this logic like this. Just be with me for some time. Okay. Now, if you look at here, I created one n variable. At starting, the n will hold head, which is nothing but 10. Now, is the 10 dot next is null? No. Done. Now, head dot next, or let us take n dot next. N dot next is nothing but what? Second node address that you are putting into which variable n. Now again, you will check n dot. So again, the while loop will repeat till the condition is broken. What does the n is nothing but? Earlier, the n is nothing but 10. Now the n is nothing but 15. 15 dot next, is it null? No. Yes, so 15 dot next is null. Now it will break. Now that means it will come out of the loop. Once it comes out of the loop, what is the code I should write? You tell me here. Can I say here, what should I write the logic? 15 dot next equal to 20. Am I right?
Yes.
Now let us write 15 dot next equal to 20, and we'll debug, and then we'll write this dynamic values, correct? Now let us debug the code. Debug as Java application. First node is the first head null. Yes, done. Now whenever you're adding a second node, now let us remove that. We are coming from starting again. Okay. Now first node is there. First currently The first node dot next is null. Now I am adding a second node, correct? Second node means, let's debug. It will go into the, it is going into. So whenever the second node is adding, is the head is null? No, it will go to the else part. Now else part, see, look at here. What is the head? Head is holding 10 and 10 dot next is null because I have only one node. So I'm just copying that reference to n variable. Now n dot next is null, done. So is the while loop will continue? Whenever I am adding the second element, first I am checking head dot next, is it null or not? Is it null now in this scenario?
No, it's not null.
I'm just see, I'm not going for third element, guys. I'm debugging the entire code. I'm at the
It's
second
null
position now.
for now.
Oh, okay, then none. It's
It is null, correct? Now, whenever it is null, what you need to do?
We need to store
10 dot next equal to 15, correct? Yeah. So 10 dot next is nothing but, in this example, what is the variable that is holding 10? Head is holding 10, correct? And then can I say n is also holding 10? See, n variable. What does the n variable is holding? 10 only, correct? Now can I say n dot next equal to CL, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. N dot next equal to CL. Let us see whether it will work or not. I am debugging again. See, second time. See, currently n is holding 10 and 10 dot next, is it null? Yes. Now again, n dot next equal to CL. Look at here. Now if you look at here, see, currently that means I have created a link like this. Done. Now if you look at here, what is my head? Head is 10. 10 dot next is what element I have? 15. Now 15 dot next is null. Now let's debug the third element now. So whenever I am debugging the third element, is the head null? No. So where should I start my logic? I'll always start with my head. See, head, I took the reference into a local variable called n. Is the end, n is nothing but 10. 10 dot next, is it null?
No.
No. That means, can I say it will go into the while loop?
Yes.
Yes. Now 10 dot next is nothing but what address, guys? 10 dot next, let's look at here. 10 dot next, what element you have from the diagram?
15.
15.
How do you get 15? Can I say this 15 address is stored here, correct?
Yes.
So that means what is a variable? 10 dot next is a variable which will give you the 15 address. Am I right?
Yes.
Now let's look at here. 10 dot next here. If you look at here, 10 dot next, what it is returning? Can I say 15?
15.
And what is the value next? Null. Correct? Now I am see, what am I doing? I'm reassigning this value to n only. Why not some other variable? Why n only? Because I need to iterate this while loop. See, when the while loop will iterate, guys, till this condition is false, your while loop will iterate, correct?
Yes.
See, what is whenever I'm writing any while loop or for loop, whatever the condition that you are writing. See, for example, here in the while loop, what I need to do? See, if whenever I'm adding the third node 20, so I have to go to the first node. First node next, is it null? No. Then take this address, go to the second node. Second node dot next, is it null? No. Sorry, in this scenario, null. Then at this point, you need to add. That means I have to continue this logic. So my while loop is containing the logic as n dot next is null. So in the first scenario, n is nothing but 10. 10 dot next is null? No. Done. What I'm doing, I'm taking the second variable value, that is n dot next is nothing but 15. That I'm reassigning it to n only. The reason for that is, if I do not reassign, can I say while loop will it will be forever, correct? Yes or no? If I reassign it, now let us look at, if I reassign it, what is the n value? N value is now 15, correct?
15.
Now 15 dot next, is it null?
Yes.
Now can I say the while loop is broken?
Yes, now it will be broken.
Now whenever it is broken, what you need to do? 15 dot next equal to 20, correct?
20. Yes.
Now in this scenario, which variable is holding 15? Look at here. Can I say n is holding 15? Correct? Yes. Can I say, can I replace 15 with n?
Yes, we can.
And which variable is holding 20? Can I say CL?
Uh-huh.
So that means, can I say n dot next equal to CL?
Yes.
So that means whatever the code that we have written, it will work now also. Let's look at here. Now done. Now if you look at the header, head is containing 10. 10 dot next is 15. Correct? Now 15 dot next, earlier it is null. Now 15 dot next is 20. Correct? Now 20 dot next is null. Now let us debug it again. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm adding 30. So whenever I'm adding 30, what should I do first? I will create a node called 30. Done. Now you tell me, where should I insert this 130? After 50, after 10, after 15, after 20.
After 20.
After 20 means where should I start my logic?
From head.
From head, correct? Because see, there is another way also. I will come to that easiest way later. But you should start with a starting point. What is the starting point? Head. Now I'm checking head dot next. Is it null? No. 15 dot next. Is it null? No. That is 20 dot next null. Yes. That means, can I say here I need to write a code like here I am writing that code here. Can I say 20 dot next equal to 30? That I need to write. Am I right?
Yes.
In order to provide a link, 20 dot next equal to 30. Now let us see the code. Now head is no longer null. See, I'm starting my logic with a head only. Correct? Head, I'm moving it to a variable called n. Correct? Currently, what is the n variable is holding? 10. Is the 10 dot next is null?
No.
No, that means so I'm checking. So that means whenever I'm inserting a node in the linked list, where should I insert? Wherever the node dot next is null, I should insert. That is the right position. So in order to go there, I'm using a while loop. Now n dot next is null. So n dot next, that means n dot next will give you next address. What is the next address? 15, correct?
15.
I'm reassigning the same to n variable so that the while loop will continue. Now again, now currently n, I have reassigned it. So n is 15. Now 15 dot next, is it null? No. If it is null, you do not see like this, correct? If 15 dot next, is it null? No, it will come. Now 15 dot next will give you what address? 20, correct? See, 20 dot, now I am reassigning it to n only. Now n will become 20. 20 dot next, is it null?
Yes.
Now can I say the loop is broken? Will the
Yes.
loop breaks? Yes. Now after doing, what should I do? 20 dot next equal to 30, correct? Now in your code, which variable is holding 20? N,
N.
correct? N, correct? See, here I should write 20 dot next equal to 30. Now let's replace, see, 20, which variable is holding 20? See, n.
N value.
N, so I'll replace 20 with n. And then what is the variable that is holding 30? Can I say CL?
CL, customer.
So can I say this code is working for all? Now after this, let's do F8. If you look at here, see here, head is containing 10. 10 dot next is 15. 15 dot next, 20. 20 dot next, 30. So can I say I see everyone is, each and every node is having a link. 30 dot next is null. Now whenever I add one more element, where it will come? After 30, correct?
Yes.
So does anyone has any questions on this? I request, please don't hesitate to ask because this is important. I will tell you why did I write this code. Why I have written this one, I will explain. But at this point of time, whatever the code I have written, does anyone has any questions? Shravani, Sudhanshu, Satish, Sachin, Rashid, Niti, Harish, Ganesh, Bharati, Asif.
No.
No.
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So if you understand, at least from today, I request you guys to please practice for 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, Shravani, go ahead.
So nothing, sir. I don't know concepts well in core Java. So
Okay.
in the class object, how it refers to the, department and employee that you have written. Now, can you explain that?
So here, at least you know that if I create a class called public class employee, correct?
Yes.
And inside that employee, I have an employee ID. Now, if I want to access this one, you know that we have, in order to access the instance variable, we need an object.
Yes.
In order to access the static variables, we need a class name, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Now this, can I say, this employee ID is a instance variable, correct?
Yes.
Now, in order to access this, I'm creating an object employee equal to new employee.
Yes.
Now, how can I access this employee ID? E dot employee ID, correct?
Yes.
You are aware of this.
Yes.
Now, see here, but see, if you are using, see, int, long, double, char, all these are primitive data types, correct?
Yes.
But in the real life, only the primitive data types will not work.
Okay.
Because, say, for example, if I'm joining one engineering college as a faculty, now they will give me my employee ID, employee name, they'll take my Aadhaar card, mobile number, etc. That is the employee information.
Yes.
But apart from that, I'll be assigned to, say, if I'm teaching computer science or Java, then I'll be assigned it to IIT department or CSE department, correct?
Yes.
Now that department will also have department ID, department name, department HOD, department faculties, or many things, correct?
Yes.
So how can I group many things into one place? That's where they will create one class called department. See, if it is an employee ID, I can store with an int value. But if I'm getting recruited as a faculty, when they are assigning it to me one department, that department will contain many information, correct? Can I put that into a single variable?
No.
Department ID, name and all? I cannot, right? Because name is a string, ID is number.
Yes.
Can I store it in any what you call data type in Java? No. So that's the reason they will create another class called department. So in that department, they will have department ID, department name, department HOD. Or in future, they can add some more also, correct? So now what is my requirement? Whoever is joining that college, I have to provide the employee ID. Yes, I am providing. And then at the same time, I have to assign that employee to certain department, correct?
Yes.
Now, that means each employee will have a department reference, correct?
Yes.
So that is the reason this department object, department DEP, I have created.
Okay.
Now, for example, if I say, now how do I set the data? I will have a constructor, correct? Now,
Yes.
first I will create a department object.
Okay.
In the department object, D equal to new DEP, and department ID is 1 and department name is CSE. Now, can I say I have created a department object?
Yes.
Now, if I am creating an employee object, employee equal to new employee, I have to pass, as per the code, I have to pass employee ID. Employee ID is 1, 2, 3. Now, at the same time, I also need to say that this employee belongs to which department, correct?
Yes. Yes.
When I say it, which department means it is not only a department name, correct? There are many details.
Yes.
That many details are stored in which object? Can I say D?
Yes.
Can I pass D here?
Yes.
That means in the employee class, what constructor I should have? The employee class constructor should be like this. Employee, it should take int employee ID. And then can I say department reference, it should take?
Yes.
D. And then here in this one, this dot EMP ID equal to EMP ID. This dot D equal to D, correct?
Yes.
Now, I will create like this. I will create 10 departments and I will create 10 employees.
Yeah.
Now, let me create one more. DEP D1 equal to new department and department 2 and ECE. Now, I'll create one more employee. Employee E1 equal to new employee 456, comma D2. Now, let us take, now I'm asking a question. E, what is the department of employee E? How do you get? Or what is the employee ID of E? How do you get? Can I say sysout E dot employee ID, correct?
Yes.
Now, similarly, E dot employee ID will give you primitive value, right?
Yes.
Now, if I want, my question is, what is the department that E employee belongs to? Then what should I do? E dot, for department, what is the variable I have? DEP, correct?
Yes.
E dot DEP will return you the department object, correct?
Yes.
It is returning department. So can I say department D? Now, if they are asking me to print, can I say sysout D dot department ID, correct? And D dot department name, so that I will get the information, right? Hope you understand now.
Yes. Yes.
The same thing. So since it is an object, inside an employee, I have a department. Similarly, So similarly here in the linked list, this is a node object, this is a node object, this is a node object.
Yes.
So this node object address, I want to store it here.
Yes.
Can I say this variable also should be part node object only, right? Then only I can store, right?
Oh, yes.
So that is it. Now, whenever I'm storing it, how can I access? Object name followed by the variable name.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Is
Thank
it clear?
Yes. Sir.
I think you have joined late to this course, right?
Yes. Sir.
So I request to please go through the previous videos.
Okay.
And this Sunday, I'll be putting a class so that I will cover whatever we have discussed so far.
Okay.
This is for all the new joiners. But before that, before Sunday, I request everyone to please watch all the videos.
Okay.
And at any point of time, you have any questions, you can ask me.
Thank you. Sir.
So any other questions, anyone?
Hi Karthik.
Yeah.
So actually I also joined just yesterday only. So actually I'm also a working person. So I go through the previous videos only, recorded video. So like my doubt is that like suppose if I have to ask any doubt or something because I couldn't attend daily classes.
Mhm.
So how can I ask you the like? If I
Are
will-
you part of WhatsApp group?
Yes, I'm.
Okay, you can put your questions in the WhatsApp group. Or whenever you see, if I'll be responding over there, if still you are not able to answer, then one of the day, like over the weekend or any day, like generally Monday and Saturday, even I'm also working professional. So Monday and Friday will be little easy, right? Office work
Yes,
will
yes.
be less, right? So you
Yes,
can
yes.
join Monday or Friday classes. If still my explanation is not worked for you. But if you watch my videos from starting, like see, don't skip any video in the middle. Watch in the order. Obviously, you will not have any questions. But still, if you have a questions, you can put your question in the WhatsApp group and I'll respond over there. If still you are not able to answer, you join one of the day and we can discuss over there.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Karthik.
Yeah. Okay. So this is about a linked list adding, guys. Now let me tell you why I have written this one. If I do not write, what will be the code, guys? Let's comment this code for time being. If I do not write this code, how does the code looks like? Sorry. Let's remove this. Okay. So if I have taken, now the question comes, sir, head is already there. Why are you taking this head into one more reference variable? Okay. Now, if I do not take it, now let me remove this. Then what should I do? I have to take head dot next. It is not null. Then how do I get the next value? Head dot next. And in order to loop the, see here, if I am taking custom node n, can someone tell me, will the loop will be repeated or will it be infinite loop? If I am writing the code like this, can someone tell me, see what is my intention whenever I'm adding a new node into a linked list? I'll go to the first node dot next, I'll check. If it is not null, then take that address and go to the next node. That next node dot next is null or not. That means every time I have to check null. Now, here, if I am writing this code, now let us debug this code. So let's debug. The first node head is assigning, done. Now, if I am doing second node, see what is the second node I should do? First node dot next. Head dot next is null. So let's put head dot next equal to n. Now let's put here head dot next equal to n. Then let's put this, or else CL, sorry. It will work for till second node. From third node onwards, we'll have a problem. Let's look at. See, head is no longer null. Head dot next is null. So head dot next equal to CL. That means head is 10. 10 dot next is 15. Done. Now, when should next time I have to go to 10.next is not null, then 15. 15.next is null, so I have to put it here. Now with this code, if I write like this, let us look at here. If currently head is, I have to start my logic always with head. Head is what? 10. 10.next, is it null? No. Done. Now 10.next will give you the 15 address, correct? Look at here. 10.next, if I debug, what is it? Is giving you 15. That 15 I'm putting in which variable? N, correct?
N.
Now if I debug, N. So now what next? What should I do? Can I say by taking this address, I have to check 15.next is null or not, correct? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes or no? So if see here, now my head is what? Head is always, if I'm not reassigning, my head is containing 10 only, correct? Can I say this will be a infinite loop?
Yes, always.
So that means what should I do? I have to reassign the value, correct? So that the loop will be repeating, correct? So if instead of this custom node, if I put head, what will happen? Head dot next equal to head means I am reassigning the value, correct? First head, whenever I start the logic, my head is 10. So 10 dot next is not null. Then I have to go to till null. So what should I do? 10 head dot next is nothing but 15, correct? Now I'm reassigning the value to 15. So my head will become 15. Done. 15 dot next is null. Yes, it will come and add. But if I write the code like this, what is the problem? What is my head value now currently? 15. But as per the logic that I told, as per the concept, what is the variable of head will contain? Head will point to which node? First node
Yes,
only, right?
first node.
First node only. But that means whatever you do, always head should point to first. In this example that we have taken, what is the first node? Can I say 10, correct?
Yes.
But if I am writing like this code, can I say my head is getting modified every time? See, 15. If I, after adding one more element, my head is will that means head will point it to the last node, right? If you look at my head is becoming 20. That means, can I say my head is getting changed?
Yes, it is getting changed.
So that is the reason I should not use that variable like this. So because we are reassigning the value, correct? So that is the reason instead of changing head, I am taking a custom node. If you look at the code, they instead of n, they'll take it as a temp, one temp variable. And then they'll check temp.next is null or temp equal to temp.next. And they'll put temp.next equal to CL. Instead of temp, you can put Karthik, you can put n, anything, correct? Am I right?
Yeah.
Hope you understand, guys.
Yes.
Now, if you understand this, the work for today is, now similarly, can I say we have done the insert method. This method, you can call it as a add method also, not a problem. Now, similarly, if I want to get a data, can I say I have a get method also, correct? Or whenever, if I print a linked list, can I say this will be the output?
Yes.
So now similarly, if I want to print my custom list, currently, if I print my custom list, what is the output, guys?
Output will be using the object method of
What I want output.
to take the package structure plus class name followed by some hash code.
Yeah, tell me, you are able to see my package, class, everything.
Dot ashok id dot link dot custom link list introduction
So,
at
yeah.
the rate 124 something.
Yeah. So that means I'll get the package name of where, see, this is the object I'm printing. This class is in which package? This package, correct? That means this package name followed by class name, which is nothing but custom linked list, correct? And then at the rate, some number, correct? Can I say this is my output? Because I have not overridden the toString method. Now, in order to get the similar output like linked list of predefined linked list, what should I do? Can I say I have to override toString method?
Yes.
Now, whenever I am overriding toString method, what should I do? Now, toString, just type and then do control space. Yeah, toString. Now here, what is the logic I should write? So in the toString method, what does the toString method will do? If it is a customary list, how do you write? What is the toString method implementation of custom array list?
Based on the index, it will print the data.
Yes, but if I am asking you to write a custom array list toString method, what do you write? Basically, what does the toString method is doing in array list? It is printing the content, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, in the custom array list, where is your content is present? In the object array, right?
Yeah.
Now, what you need to do? Can I say you are iterating over the object array and then you are adding the data to string buffer, correct? Just now I have shown, right? If you look at the toString method here, at the start of the class, see my data is present in the object array. That object array name is A, correct? I am iterating over the array and then adding the data. Similarly, in my custom linked list, where is the data stored? Node, correct? That means where should I start my logic?
From the node itself.
Yes, from the node. Which node? What is the starting?
Starting head and start.
Head, correct? Head.
Yes.
Now till when you have to iterate? When
Till
you
we
have
get
to
the
stop
node.
the logic, correct? Null. That means you have to take first a no head variable into some variable, and then you have to iterate it, correct? Whenever you are iterating, you need to add the data to string buffer, and you need to continue the logic till
Null.
head dot next is null. Correct? Can I say almost we need to write the same this code only, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, apart from this, one thing you need to do, whenever the data is not null, what do you need to do? You need to, can I say that you need to add it to the string buffer, correct? How can I get the data in my custom node object? Which variable is holding the data?
Object data.
This one, correct? Now, can I say I have to do, see what does the node is containing? How do I know? Temp.data will give me the data that I'm storing, correct? Sysout. If you do sysout, what does the data will print every time? First time it will print, like 10, second time it will print 20, 30, 40, etc. Correct? Now, can I say this temp.data I will add to the string buffer so that, and then print it, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Can you guys do that?
Yes, copy will try.
Yeah, just try it and debug it. If you spend at least 20 minutes of time, you will do it. You will do it, guys. Okay. I'm keep on saying that because this linked list, tag, queue, these are some topics. When I explain, it looks good, but when after the course, it will look bad for you. Because if you practice along with me, then it will be easy for you guys. I'm just telling you only 15 minutes. You start the clock, put 15 minutes, don't use a mobile, don't get distracted for that 15 minutes. Just do it. In the 15 minutes, whatever I discussed in the class, just do it on your own. Okay. And whenever you do that, you will get questions. That questions you can ask me. And I will share, today I will share this entire code in the WhatsApp group and the website also. And tomorrow I will be sharing the notes. I already have shared some part of the notes. So whatever we discussed so far, I am updating the notes and then I will share the notes again. Okay. So if any questions. Yeah. So if no question, that's all for today, guys. And the multi-threading class is going on. If anybody is interested in multi-threading, you can join, which is at 8:30. So today is the last demo. So actually yesterday was the last demo, but we extended the demo for today. Okay, if you are interested, you can join. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. I'll put the homework for today in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.